Is this real life? The cyber hearts. The cyber hearts. ROBOTOS, all matching, zero flesh, non-organic living form, modular, part simple. We love the bubbles. 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 We love the bubbles.
We do love Robotos here.
We do.
Look, this is the best NFT show in the world. Damn it, it's NFT Live. Happy LADZ Day to everybody out there. God, I have a good time putting this show on together. Buff, how are you doing today on this wonderful Friday, this wonderful LADZ Day? We have a packed episode to get to, man.
Dude.
How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm wondering where you are. I've been walking around LADZ City all day, and I'm looking for Nifty Q, the godfather of LADZ City. Where are you, my man? It looks like you took over some kid's bedroom, man.
This is a kid's bedroom. I definitely am not in LADZ City. I took a long bus ride to Texas, so I'm currently in Texas in a child's bedroom. Fallout 3 lunchbox here. I've got a couple posters on the wall.
Poor little feller.
Listen,
Took his bed.
I'll be back. I will be back in LADZ City in the next couple days. I promise you that. Hopefully you guys are.
I hope so.
I don't expect anything to be out of place.
Yeah.
Guys, keep it in order.
We're trying our best here. Don't worry, we got the best mods in the business. Shout out to Llama, Hash Rhymes. We've got the old DJ Savage, who is today hosting LADZ Days, LADZ City Radio all by himself, because LADZ City Radio is now going to be those times a week. Starting on Tuesdays, I'll be handling it, and my man DJ Savage will be handling LADZ Days, LADZ City Radio at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. It's LADZ Days. It's LADZ Days, baby.
It's LADZ Day now. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? All right.
Exactly.
I'm going to give a quick shout out. We got a lot of people in the chat here that I want to give a little bit of love to. Richard Kilpatrick, Fun Uncle himself is in the chat. DJ Savage. We got Hamzy in the chat. We've got Carrots in the chat. Xplow, Asmodai. We got some new faces here, so I'm sorry I don't get to all of them. Classy J, shout out to you guys. Our Vibe, Our Tribe. Again, we have a full episode to get to. Down there, you can see the rundown a little bit. We're going to have the Robotos team on. They are waiting in the wings, and I believe Pablo is like morphing into just the craziest form that we've ever seen from him yet. And we're going to get to them. We've got some market talk. We're going to see, like, hey, where are we at in this cycle? We're talking Solana NFTs. They got some drops that are actually happening right now. And then Aavegotchi almost destroyed the Polygon network, but we're back. So that is a little bit of the rundown. We got some Bored Ape to throw in there. We got some sprinkles to get to. But Buff, how have you been in the past 7 days, NFT-wise?
Man, I'm glad I have my space helmet, brother, because altitude was rising, and I definitely left orbit a couple times recently on some of these NFT drops. The space is insane in the brain, and I just love it, man. I know it's one of those where people are like, this is the top, and then it goes up some more, and then, no, this is the top, and then it goes up some more, and then, no, this is the top, and I'm like, okay, whatever you say.
Yep.
But no one knows what the hell we're doing here, except that we're all learning, loving, and really evolving in the space of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, NFTs, gaming, art, music. You get together with all this right now as this LADZ City right now, man. The greatest NFT city you, your mother, and your neighbor's dog all need to know about. So on that one, clip it. Put that one out there, Hash Rhymes. Let's let that one go viral. The itty bitty titty committee in LADZ City is going down right now. It's getting a little crazy here. This is LADZ Day.
Here we go. I somehow have to transition out of that. I've got
Good
a
luck.
sponsor to thank. Uniquely.io, the first marketplace in escrow that allows you to create and trade NFT tokens with the possibility of materializing them in the real world. That's digiphysical goods. We are working with Uniquely here on September 1st to have a design competition. We're going to have an awesome LADZ T that's going to be designed by the community and then created by Uniquely. We got 2 dope trailers to play, one from Uniquely and then one that I won't even mention here. So you got it. Well, play it.
I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is she my friend or my foe? I'm off the exit, draw. Yeah, she give me that clean as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, silly, I'm bought the Bambi. Baby's yellow, text. She wanna give me like candy. Run up the racks, track me. I run up the racks like an athlete. Big facts, you're the dick, 6 flags. Ballin' like dick, told her I love her. I ain't really mean that, yeah. Nowadays these people are funny. Remember way back she was love. These bitches sneaky can't cover. I got 4 hoes that went to it. I remember.
Wee.
Man, that is
top of the charts.
Gives me goosebumps every time. Yeah, right? Uniquely is going to be a huge project, man. Look out for them in digiphysical stuff. Look out for that drop that we have coming early in September. All right, I know we have the Robotos team here that is coming on in mere moments, but we did have a little bit of another trailer that was spicy. Everyone was really waiting for this Star Atlas trailer, and it got dropped. There was a little bit of a blowback, right? There, it like lasted 15 seconds, like an NFT GG special, right? We had that happen, but it's about 20 seconds. Everyone was waiting for this kind of gameplay release trailer or this hype trailer. So let's roll it, and we'll kind of talk about it afterwards.
Legend has it that somewhere on the other side of space is a diamond the size of a planet. And everyone is out to find it. So I guess it all comes down to one thing. Who will find it first?
Look, Star Atlas, you guys put together a great trailer. I see GG in the chat. GG, your videos are amazing, dude. I didn't even know you were watching when I made that little comment, man. So I love the stuff that you're doing on the channel. Absolutely killing it. NFT gaming episode that was yesterday was great. But yeah, Star Atlas trailer, man. What did you think about just give me your kind of feel on it.
I got chills, man, and they're multiplying. When that started, it was like, oh yes, 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 I want more, give me more, and then it ended, and I was like, how dare you, And that's what a teaser trailer is, okay? So remember, it's not a trailer, it's a teaser trailer. So they did it good there. They teased you, and yeah, Star Atlas, man, holy moly, guacamole, it's gonna be crazy, my man. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited. Can you tell?
They have the token sale for the Polis as well as the Atlas token here. That's imminent, right? I think literally at the end of August. So we are gonna await that. I'm not gonna get in myself because there's just too many loops to jump through for the tokens. But super involved in Star Atlas. Shout out to Mike Wagner and that team. We are gonna move on though. We have the Robotos team. We have Ashira Boto and Pablo Stanley here. Ashira runs the community management and the NFT side. She's really a jack of all trades there. And then Pablo is the founder and the artist for Robotos, an awesome generative art project that we're going to cover right now. So we're going to bring in the team. How are we doing, guys? You guys look like Pablo hasn't morphed too much since we last off. But how you guys doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having us. This is awesome. This is also I did feel I don't know. I just watched that trailer. I want to know more too. So yeah, but pretty excited to be here and just like being like hopefully answering some questions from the community and tell you all about the Robotos.
I love it.
Ashira, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Excited to be here. Thanks so much for hosting us. Super excited for everything we have coming up with Robotos, and like the whole future of Robotos is going to be really exciting, or it is really exciting, and we're, stoked to be here. Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you
I
guys.
don't
So
have
this is what we're going to do
glasses.
first.
Yeah.
Who does?
I don't have I just have like my regular glasses. I feel like I need Pablo, can you send me some glasses, please?
I'll send you some.
Through the screen.
Yeah, we need you prepared. But I like your glasses, though. Those are pretty cool.
I like both of your backgrounds. You guys are absolutely
Wow,
killing it. You got
triple decker.
Uniqueness. It's getting wild in here. But Buffalo got wild a little bit earlier. If you guys
This is going to be one of those episodes. I can already tell.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to break down Robotos for someone who maybe has no idea what project you guys are working on. So can you guys kind of give us the broad overview while we take you, the viewer, through what Robotos is about?
Yeah, so Robotos is a collection of algorithmically generated droid characters. I designed them, and they're just minted as NFTs in the Ethereum blockchain. But like more about Robotos is that every piece has different little things that make them special. Like the metal outfit is different. The actual color of the metal is different. So the materials, the accessories, the faces, the backpacks, everything just like is different. And yeah, now we are working on just like creating and developing the story behind these characters, where they live, what their aspirations, their dreams, and also their fears. Like, for example, here we're seeing a Skytron, and what does that mean? What is that little guy that is there and that is misunderstood? But yeah, just like working with the community to just like develop this project, this art project that could be taken in multiple directions.
Wow, there's definitely a lot of elements here, like literally about each part of these Robotos that you really thought this through. Like every little element has emotion to it. You know, I'm looking here on this. Is that a baby robot? This is number one dad. Oh. So break this down, like
Dad. Yeah.
Robo Dad. I love it. So what made you guys like decide like each part of the elements? Like, you know, because a lot of people, they just do maybe 4 or 5 different things. It sounds like with you guys, there's so many different unique elements to each one. How many combinations? I mean, break it down a little bit more for us about the elements on this.
Yeah, I think. Oh man, hold on. Let me open the spreadsheet where we had it. But it was the eyes, the mouth, the earpiece, the top, the chest, like the body type, the arms, and the backpack. Those were the different things that were they were like mixed together, but also there were categories of different types of botos. So some of them are like Robotos, are like the most common ones, but then some of them are like have something that looks more like a humanoid face, like a human face in the middle of the Roboto. So that's a different type of Roboto. Those are like actually earlier versions of the Robotos. The Robotos that you see that are the more common and behind the history of Robotos are the ones that evolved themselves and they transformed themselves and they decided what to wear. But then also there are other types of Robotos that like have kind of like an old school kind of a computer head as their heads. Those are also like more back in the past of the Robotos life. Those are like the original kinds of Robotos. And then there are some specific ones that, for example, the one that you open, RoboDad, and some other like, well, let's just say 1 out of ones, Robotos that are very specific in their traits, are really unique. But like all the combinations obviously are unique still. So every Roboto is unique in its own way.
Love it.
Yeah, I love this.
And
I've got some images here of you guys creating a mural there in Mexico City, which I think is dope. Like you don't see a lot of team members getting out there and like actually bringing the art and the NFT art here into the real world, which I think this is super sick that you guys are doing this in Mexico City. So take me behind kind of the story of launching Robotos. You guys sold out the initial drop. What is kind of up next and all of these different things that go with having launched an NFT project and have that initial drop?
yeah, so we started like with the drop. Right after that, we launched a page that is called Your Stuff. The Your Stuff page, and this is a page that is constantly going to be updated. So if you are a Roboto holder, you can go to robotos.art, and then you are going to find like you connect your wallet, and then we see like in your wallet if you have a Roboto, and if you do have one of those, then you can go to Your Stuff. And if you go to Your Stuff, then you're going to see that your Roboto comes with specific things, like specific assets. Like for example, that sheet that you saw, that the one that was like black and white, that's something that every Roboto has like a text spec sheet. It's almost like one of those like an IKEA manual that you get, and then you're like, here are the parts of your chair. It's a little bit like that, but it also points to the how we're thinking of this in a modular way, where all the different components could be also exchanged. So in the roadmap, we have something that we're calling the Roboto Workshop. And the Roboto Workshop will allow users to upgrade their Roboto. We're still thinking of the specifics of this. This might be just a different collection, so it doesn't affect the original collection. It's more like an upgrade, something fun to do with your Roboto. If there's a specific thing that you didn't like, you can go to the Roboto Workshop with the Roboto service team, and they can upgrade that. I don't know, maybe those arms, you don't like them and you want an upgrade on those arms, you can get that. And that's something that we're working on our roadmap. Also, just like the Roboto Workshop is going to be something that is going to be created for different things, used for different things. The first iteration of it is going to be for upgrades, but then after that, we're thinking of doing robo pets and other stuff that is going that is in the future. But yeah, just like the team has been working tirelessly on just like working with the community, working on the art, putting Robotos in the digital world, but also like thinking about like how can we put Robotos in the like bring it to the outside world with the real world, I guess, or which one is real, but just like the physical world that we know, and just like to get exactly, yeah, is this real life? Or is this just fantasy? And then get more people to adopt the idea of NFTs. Like it sparks some curiosity of people who are outside the space. I think that's also kind of a true to our mission, where like we want to make this a project that is open for people who are not just in the crypto space, but also like, hey, let's open it up so other people can get in, hear their ideas, like also like help them understand what this world is about, and that it's like fun, it's new, it's experimental, and let others like be part of this. That's kind of like something that we truly believe in, and Robotos is just like a thing that we're using also to just bring more people.
Yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Q. Okay, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead, Bob. Go ahead.
That's what happens with our lag sometimes when we're not both in that city. Really curious on where do you guys see this project in a year? I know that is one of those questions that people are like, a year in crypto is like 10 years in the real world. Like, do you see Metaverse play? Do you see virtual experiences? Like, I'm very curious with like the long-term vision of this project, because as you gather a community and you hold that creative energy, where do you go with it? Like, what is your long-term vision?
Yeah, I think a year is hard to predict. Whoever tells you a year, it's going to be BSing you. We can tell you what is in the next short. But I can tell you.
He's going full robot.
Pablo, we lost
I think
you.
No worries. I think my question, honestly, was directed more towards Ashira here.
Okay.
So I want to talk about your experience here with Robotos and kind of what you think the future holds for Robotos as well. So just kind of your experience. I know you said like initially you came to the team and were like, this is what we need to kind of do to get involved in the NFT space. So just kind of want to get your background and experience.
Oh, did we lose Pablo completely?
I think he's coming back. He's working on it.
Yes. Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by the.
No worries. What's been your experience
start.
working with Robotos and the platform?
It's been really cool. I met Pablo. Yeah, Roboto out of battery power. I met Pablo like right when he kind of joined the space. There was another project that had used some of his public art as the basis for their project, and didn't tell him and didn't give him any credit. And it was public domain stuff, so that was theoretically okay. But he, somebody reached out and was like, hey, are you involved with this project? And he was like, no. Oh, there's this whole world of NFT collectibles. Like, this is really awesome. I'm going to do my own, so I think it was really cool for him to see that there was already a bunch of people that really like his artwork. And so, I came in just like in that space and, sort of saw that he was newer to NFTs, and I just kind of wanted to help out, and make sure that he, wasn't going to give his seed phrase to anybody or like, come some basic stuff like, oh, hey, like I've been, I haven't been in this space too long, but I've been here for like a few months longer. And I did like a real deep dive into NFTs, like kind of through this app Clubhouse and like a bunch of people that I met on Clubhouse. And so I had been like, putting my own artwork up as NFTs, and I got a little bit into collectibles, and I met him that way. And then, I was able to like help them through the drop, which was super intense. And then after that, they asked me to come on full time and help develop the team and the community and all that. And so, we're really in the process of doing that right now. And our community is amazing. There's so many like incredible creative people. And like we are, I keep seeing my face. Sorry. We are really excited to like, hear their ideas and where, not just where we want to take this, but also where we as a community all want to take this. Like we have our ideas. Pablo has his ideas. I have my ideas. The whole team has their ideas. And then we have this amazing community of, collaborators where we are just so excited to see where this goes and what we're all able to do together. And yeah, Pablo, you're back.
Oh, I'm back. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Ashira. Ashira has been like from the beginning, kind of like my mentor. She has been helping me like understand the space and just like navigate it safely too. I like what she was saying, like, hey, not give your seed phrase. Oh, really? Because I was about to. I feel like if like all those kinds of things that once you're in the space for a couple of days, because a couple of days it feels like months in the real world, I guess, that like after a couple of days weren't as obvious for me in the beginning. So Ashira really helped me like guide me with that, and she was like really active on the community and was like, yo, like come over here, like help us, like keep doing the stuff that you're already doing, so but like more like in an official way. So yeah, we've been really lucky to just like have the support of different people who have just organically been wanting to help, and just like to see that this is something where we want to be open and transparent with our collectors. And I think also that's something that people appreciate, that there's like real humans behind the project. I mean, obviously there are humans, but just like showing the face where it's like, hey, this is us, this is what we believe in, let's do it together. And I think also maybe being an kind of an outsider in the beginning and being kind of ignorant, that can be a blessing. That can be also a little bit of an advantage, because when you don't know the limits that already exist and don't know where the walls are, then you don't see the limits, and then you try to push those boundaries, and you see like, hey, okay, we can do all these things, and instead of thinking, oh, but somebody already tried that and they failed, and their drop was this, and it was a scandal. I don't have those biases, and so I'm coming where it's like, yeah, let's do all this stuff. And so I think sometimes ignorance can be something that is a kind of a blessing. So I don't know. And by the way, I think we got caught up when I was talking about the vision and just like, the question was like, how do you see Robotos in 1 year? And I was trying to say that I don't know where Robotos is going to be exactly in 1 year. I can tell you like in the next couple of months, because our roadmap is really specific about that. But I can tell you about like what our vision is for the future. So I can tell you like in 10 years. And in 10 years, we want to continue developing the story. We want to continue like taking this space to the next level. And we want to continue being open and helping, collaborating with other artists. And also just really developing the backstory of these characters that are part of this universe. And by doing that, that can mean, I don't know, that can be a game, that can be a VR world, that can be a book, that can be a Hulu or a Netflix show. All of those things could happen, but our goal is develop this story and bring this story to like everyone. That's our focus. And in 10 years, exactly what it is, I don't know, but our goal is still the same.
Amazing breakdown there. You guys absolutely are bringing a lot of love to the project. You know, in a time where NFTs are as crazy as they are, it becomes paramount to really focus on what the team's ideas are, right? Or if they're even a good team at all. You mentioned anonymous teams. There's sometimes that can get a little tricky, you know, for investors and people and collectors that want to get involved. So appreciate your love and all the soul you're putting into the project. You guys are doing it right. So Buff, I don't think I have any more questions. I know we do have a giveaway. I dropped that in the loot box. So if you're a noble in LADZ City and you do hold 5,250 LADs, you can join that loot box, click on the button and get entered into a Robotos giveaway. That just went live. But Buff, do you have any questions for the team?
Just thank you guys. Thanks you for bringing the energy, Pablo. I love your creative spirit, my man. Do not stop being you. You have the right vibe for this tribe. Ashir as well. Seriously, I can tell you guys are working your arses off. Like, for real. Keep it going. We're going to be there all the way with you guys. And of course, we could talk. I appreciate it. Seriously, man. It's like, I'm very excited. And I love that you guys are real about this, too. You're putting your faces out there and your passion, and it shows. So love it, you guys.
I think that's one thing that is really important to us, is that like what you see is what you get. Like we're here for the community. We're here to like build this out. We have lots of friends and all sorts of other NFT communities. So we're really, really excited to be doing like collaborations and all sorts of other stuff, and just, you know, be here because the whole NFT world is amazing. Like it's endless. The potential is just endless. So we're here for it. And we're just getting started. Like, Please join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, all those things. Like, come with us, be a part of us, and join the Robotos.
I want to give a shout out for just our community. Like, huge love for everyone in the community, and just like being so supportive. And I don't know. Like my heart goes to everyone who's been helping us, and like the community on Discord, but also all the rest of the NFT community who has been just like really supportive, and just like Ashes that has reached out and said like, hey, can I help? How can I help? It's usually that's what people say, and I don't know. I appreciate that, so thank you.
For sure, man. Hey,
we
love
so much.
Robotos. This song's been playing in the background. I love it.
Awesome, guys. All right, we're gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for stopping by NFT Live. Hopefully we can have you guys back on soon.
Thank you.
Let's do it. Peace. See you guys.
To be here.
Good luck.
Yeah. Have a great one. Thanks so much for having us on the show.
For sure.
It's been great.
See you guys down the road. You guys are at the top, but you're only halfway there. Love it. Take care, guys.
You hit them with the Dr. Disrespect.
You got it, man. You can feel it. They're already at the top, but they're only halfway there, man. They got so many amazing people to connect with around the world, and you can just feel that creative spirit within them both. I love it, man.
Yeah, it gave me some Oni Force vibes in a way of the team came on. You're just like, oh, they're gonna be okay. You know, like they're gonna do well because that team has that vibe. You can just really know long term you're good. Not investment advice. This is not NFT Arcade. What? I was hoping to get something out of Buff there for the NFT Arcade shout out, but we will get to the remainder of the episode. We have a full news week. Obviously, NFT Live, we do it twice a week. We still can't cover everything, so apologies out the gate to any projects that we miss. Nifty Castle's in the chat as well. Let me see if I can't get to the chat a little bit and give a shout out to a couple of people. King Bowser Koopa saying, love the LOL Bota drop. Thanks. Orlando's in the house. We got Tigbo in the house. Mice Elf, Q Cash, Llama, Rich Beeman from Nifty Castle there. XPlow, DP. So thank you guys for showing up, man, staying through that interview. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We are super excited about all the NFT projects in the space, but definitely the ones that have stories like that. So,
and they're putting a face out there too, right? You know, they're not saying anonymous, and that's a huge deal with so many projects like Frankie Nine's Subdocs, man, right? Putting himself out there. Our man Ronan, the director, has now got the aliens. Galactic service, bro. I mean, when you put yourself out there like that, well, it means something.
If that interview didn't go as long because we were like breaking down all the stories, I was gonna ask Ashira if she knew Ronan because she mentioned Clubhouse. You have to throw in Ronan.
They know each other, man. They've probably been in Clubhouse for a million conversations, man. The Clubhouse group, they are diehard in that. You know, they just keep the conversation going, man. It's like a marathon of deep rabbit hole talk, right? As this was all evolving and popping off at the beginning of this year. Amazing stuff.
Yeah. All right, we are going to get to the remainder here. Again, guys, I'm not in LADZ City, so we are going to get it. And Buffalo is going to be directing the whole thing here for the next portion of the episode, so I'm not sharing my screen at all. So if there are any technical difficulties, it's because I'm in a child's room 800 miles away from usually where I'm supposed to be in LADZ City. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay. All right. So here's basically the breakdown of the stories. We could end the story right here. We are definitely in some type of like mini bubble. We are in some type of like inflection point in the NFT space. I mean, even Yetis, I believe, are taking off. Buffalo has.
There's my boy. He's ready to fly. Yeah, you cute me on that one, man. That's my Yeti right there, buddy. I ain't selling him. All right, he's with me for the long run. Look at those beautiful eyes and that gold chain. What a sexy Yeti.
The NFT market's blowing up, man. It's that simple. I think, there was a great comment on Twitter. I'm going to give a quick shout out to Mike Finch, who has been my friend for a long time. We invest in crypto together from 2016, 2017. And he was a little bit more tentative to get into NFTs. I was kind of bringing him along. But I think he put it together really well in that structurally the NFT space is absolutely going to go bananas. We're like so like at minute one of the first inning of, I'm mixing sports at this point, but you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We're at the very beginning and structurally NFTs are going to take off. But having said that, we're in this like ridiculous hype cycle where things are going for millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Everything is just taking off. So there's really a discussion I want to have with Buff as we go through this rundown from NFT Plazas, but also I'm going to throw this to you guys in the community as well. We'll make our way into the NFT Plazas here in a second, but Buff, your take kind of on the NFT market space as well as the community here, and I'm going to go to the chat as well. What do you guys make of the NFT space right now? Are you kind of waiting on the sidelines? Do you feel like it's a little bit frothy? So, Buff, you let me know. What are your thoughts on the NFT space right now?
We talk about this every day. You know my thoughts, but everybody here listening in, I'll give you my thoughts, my 2 Satoshis, if you will. Protect yourself. Before you wreck yourself, everything that goes up, eventually, it's going to probably come down a little bit. Let's be honest. This isn't just up and away. Protect yourself in your investments. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't get locked into too many Gen Art projects where you are so locked into those NFTs that if the floor price dropped in half that day and you were at work or couldn't sell, that you're going to be, you know, a huge amount of what you're putting in, and really just be, if you feel like you're in a casino right now, check yourself. All right, seriously, like that's the whole thing with this space. Yes, there is money flying around. Yes, this is an emerging, you know, asset class of a lot of different aspects within DeFi and NFTs and crypto and gaming and music and art. I love it. I love it all, but you really have to check yourself here that, you know, yes, there's life-changing money flying around, but at the same time, if you're chasing a story that you read about somebody else and you're like, I'm going to do that too, and I'm going to sell my mortgage or mortgage my house right now to buy a bunch of Onis and then watch it go from 7.5 ETH to 3.5, and then you're panicking. If you have any of that, then you're doing it wrong, right? You should really be setting money in that is not going to change your day-to-day life. And, you know, just be safe. Like, enjoy this ride. If it's stressing you, then you're not doing it right. You know, you should really be into this to enjoy it. And for me, man, I'm an old timer, man. I like to just set it and forget it. And I get in on projects and just let them evolve and really try to protect myself and maybe come back in a year and, you know, take a little bit of the return from it. But, you know, that's just my 2 cents on that one.
Yeah, long term, I think if you have that mindset, we're going to be completely fine, right? People make the, you know, fungible currency and the timelines in crypto, whether that be the 2017 ICO market or like early 2013 Bitcoin. Within all of those pieces, the crypto market went in like a mini kind of bubble cycle, right? Where it completely crashed. Bitcoin went from $10 to $2, and that's what we're talking about, right? Like $10 to $2 is a lot of loss, and it took maybe 6 months, a year to kind of find that back and have another bull market kind of bring it back. But now we're sitting at what, 50K for Bitcoin. So that's kind of how I look at it with NFTs. It's like, okay, structurally, again, we're so at the beginning. It's like basically getting in when Bitcoin was $1, but within that, there are going to be these little mini crashes, and you have to, like Buff is saying, have liquidity on hand, or else you can get stuck, you know. And if you find yourself in the wrong project, it doesn't matter, you know, because if we have this little mini pullback, it's maybe Oni does well, maybe Bored Ape does well, but your other smaller altcoin chases, like I'm making the example again, they won't do well. You know, not for another 2 years, at which point, you know, you could have used that cash for something else. So that's kind of where I'm at in the crypto space right now, NFT space.
I feel you on that too, man. And FOMO, right? Hearing the stories of these projects that are blowing up, and then you're like, man, I need to get into this. I can't miss this. There's so many more that aren't even around yet that are coming down the pipeline. So, you know, when you can get in on there, something that's not stressing you. And I know X-Wild, man, he's asking about when are the NFTs, NFT titties. I can't even say it right anymore. I'm going to have to work with you on that one, X-Wild. You can do all the gen art on that one. But yeah, so if you guys have no idea
Can't wait to see the quality
what
of that
that's
project.
all about, go watch the beginning of the show. An old Buffalo blushing and went down earlier today. So clip it.
All right, so we're going to dive into the data a little bit. No Zeneca. Zeneca's like super, I guess, busy, right? Like he initially was putting these out every day. Now there's like 50,000 generative projects. How does he even keep up? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we will jump into NFT Plazas here to cover some in-depth market stuff for you guys. I think they do a great job. So the first piece here, big sales of the week, is going to be CryptoPunk going for about 5.3. Some Fidenzas went pretty high, but then we make our way to the collectible market data, which you see right there in front of you. That is going to be art blocks. I'm not a big user of art blocks. I'm not a user at all of art blocks, but I can tell from my timeline that there's obviously a lot of adoption there, and a lot of people are making a ton of money on art blocks. But you guys are going to have to school me on it, right? And it's just not something I ever got involved in. You say CryptoPunks, Oni Force making its way into top 4, and then Axie Infinity doing super well as well. You can kind of see the percentage changes as we make our way down there. Oni Force with a 1,900% increase. Axie's actually on a decrease there. And then, you know, CryptoPunks and Art Blocks doing super well. So NFT marketplaces, it's safe to say OpenSea is doing pretty well. They hit the 1 billion mark for 7-day volume. I mean, the billionaires is basically what you have to talk. Trillionaires, maybe. The Devin Finzer and some of the guys over there. Like, you have the largest exchange for one of the biggest asset classes that's going to be growing over the next 10 years. You know, good on you. But 161% increase there, going over 1 billion in sales. New collectibles for the next 7 days, or the last 7 days. It looks like, again, Oni Force, really Oni just like took over last week. That was the project to be involved in. We saw, like, I believe Logan Paul, I get the Pauls mixed up, but Logan Paul buying one for about 161,000. Koala Intelligence Agency looks like it's in the top 4 here. Didn't get involved in that. CyberKong, shout out to the CyberKongs guys. And then Playing Arts Crypto Edition, didn't catch that one either. But you can't catch them all, Buff. You can't catch them all. And then the last piece here, it looks like Crypto Art. So obviously art, huge sub-industry within the NFT space. We have Super Rare and Nifty Gateway kind of battling it out there for the top spot as far as volumes go. So that was 21.8 mil for Nifty, and Super Rare got 21.1. Foundation doing super well. And then they added actually a new art marketplace this week called Hen. So that is basically a look there. We had one other data point, I believe, Crypto Slam we might be able to look into, but really want to get your guys' take again before we move on to Oni Force and Bored Ape and all these other mini projects here, or I guess projects within the community, not mini projects, but Crypto Slam showing us 7-day data with, that's a good visual. But yeah, I'll go into some of the comments now. But Buff, what are your thoughts kind of as we move our way through that?
It's crazy, man, to think how strong OpenSea is. Honestly, that's a shocker to me, where I'm like, who's going to try to compete with them? They become the Amazon of NFTs in that sense. And it's like, wow. So, speaking of NFT marketplaces, man, we're definitely going to be developing one within LADZ City, hopefully before the end of this year. So a lot of artists out there, if you're trying to get noticed and trying to do derivative projects or come on in and work with the LADZ, man, LADZ City is going to have its own NFT marketplace supported by the LADZ token. So it's a little alpha there you can use and abuse.
Yeah, I love it. All right, I'm going to get to some comments, and then we will get on to Oni Force here. I've got Donamo saying a person could comfortably take profits right now, not financial advice, of course. We have Rich saying such a wise buffalo with such wise wisdom. Andy is saying, I think that's a big thing, being passionate about the projects you're investing in, being passionate not just about the potential flips and profits, but about the NFTs themselves, roadmaps, prospects. So great comments there. And then DP is saying, at worst, you can sell for a profit and buy the collection back after the crash. So a lot of different comments there. I think we basically hit on the thesis there, right? Like, if you got in 2-3 months ago, you could probably throw your money into anything and it would do super well, regardless of the team. I mean, let's use Yetis as an outlier, which I think makes them super popular long term. But if you threw your money into anything over the last 2 to 3 months, you did super well. So that might not be the case going forward. You might have to pick the winners, right? Not all of them are going to be winners. So, okay, that is it for the market recap. I don't know if Buff has anything else there, but thank you guys so much for commenting along, and we will move into Oni Force. So Oni Force, this is going to just be from their Twitter, and we're going to kind of go over the latest updates, which was basically just that they brought in some influencers as well as this generative or derivative art project. I'm sorry. So these derivative art projects have been really taking off. I want to get your take. You showed some on the last episode of
They're
NFT
so
Live
good.
Buff.
They're so good, man. The community behind this, man, is like, I mean, we noticed it when they came on NFT Live. Just amazing. Just blew me away. It was just like, I mean, we set a record for all-time high in the waiting room before we even started the live show. And now, since they've launched, the derivative projects have been out of this world. Woo. And, I mean, these alone are just like, going to sell on its own for high value. So I love the creative art process within these communities and really getting people to come together. So, man, yeah, Oni Force, I mean, this one right here, that's a pretty good one. I wonder who owns that. I mean, that's pretty good, right? What about that guy? God, those are good, man. I wonder who owns that. Maybe a Buffalo. Who knows? I don't know, but you guess as good as mine. I'm a huge, it just came out, right? It's just a week old, just learning to walk, crawl, and run, and fly all at the same time, man. Uniforce has definitely been taking off. It's had a pullback, of course, but I love the energy beyond the derivatives that they're making. It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, there are a couple of those derivative projects that I would love to just collect myself. So I'm sure there will be some derivative purchases here, and we will see the winners from that competition. I think it's still ongoing. Oni, interestingly enough, took off and then crashed. right? Like that's what we saw. So I think the floor price went from like, whatever mint price was at the time to about, I want to comfortably say 6 ETH, 5 to 6 ETH. And now it's kind of come back down to about that 3.8 range. So that was interesting to see, but I think we had the conversation pre-episode, Buff, and it was probably just the heat of it, right? Mm-hmm. It was like how fast it happened that is actually leading to that like small pullback again.
Anything in the market, anything that pumps that hard, right? There's always people that take profits. There's always people that they're not just going to hold in long term. They were just coming in because of the hype. But, it finds its healthy correction, and look at that. I mean, God damn.
Yeah, that one's nice. That was one I was looking at while I was making the comment that the Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Fire.
Yeah, these are fire. So we know Oni's going to do well. The community seems to be getting behind the project, obviously, with this derivative competition. Oh, my God. All right, we have to stop looking at it. I'm going to go purchase one. So, all right, so big weekend for Bored Ape holders. If you're a Bored Ape holder, the Mutant Ape Yacht Club drop is coming on Saturday. We don't have any details. I don't even think we have the times for the actual Mutant Ape Yacht Club drop. We also have this announcement here that's on the screen. This is going to be a Sotheby's piece. So they're kind of merging into this like big pump weekend, it looks like. So we have Sotheby's, I believe September 2nd through the 9th. Bored Ape Yacht Club is going to be at Sotheby's. I mean, not much more you could say there, but they are pairing that announcement with the Mutant Ape Yacht Club that is potentially going to be it is going to be dropping. We just don't know what the hell is going to happen. Everyone's kind of guessing at what the mutants are actually going to be. Again, these are only going to be available most likely, like 99.9% sure, these are only going to be available to ape holders. So, the Kennel Club has done super well. I believe the doggos are about at 2.8 ETH on the floor, and we're just waiting. We're just waiting and seeing. So this Sotheby's announcement looks dope, though.
Yeah, I love that animation too, man. It looks like a happy dog, and he's almost doing the Conor McGregor walk.
the double golds there too. So best guess here. I want to throw it to the chat. I want to throw it to my main man, Crypto Buffalo here. Best guess as to what a mutant ape is. Do you think we're gonna need both the ape and the dog together, and only those holders are gonna get it? Is it gonna be a mutant? Like, of course, that has that term. So it's really just a wait and see, but I'm super interested in everyone's guesses as to if it's going to be legit.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to guess, man. First of all, you have not brought me onto your yacht. All right, everybody who's got a yacht now, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I mean, come on. I mean, you got to at least let your friends come hang out on the yacht at least once. So I don't know, man. I don't have a doggo. I don't have an ape. Just got a lot of regrets.
Can't have that many regrets. If you're in the NFT space now, you're not,
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm smiling.
A lot of cool comments coming in. Aaron says, Great Ape Society is in the house. It looks like Sintro is saying, someone say Oni, I'm about it. Debunk is saying Oni for. So again, a lot of cool Oni folks here in the house that are commenting along. Yeah, we'll just do a wait and see. My biggest thing, Buff, I don't leave Texas till Monday morning. So like 6 a.m. Monday morning. I need to know. I might have to get an early flight, because like a Sunday flight. If they say, "Hey, you only have 48 hours to claim."
Do you have anyone in your neighborhood that you trust? How smart is your dog? Can your dog open your MetaMask and make it work?
Not as smart as I wish. No. Yeah, that's going to be a question. So. The last time, I don't know what the amount of time there was to claim the dog, but there were dogs that did go unclaimed, and they released them. So there, That's
a good point. So what are you going to do about that?
Well, I'm going to see what they say. If they say, hey, you can only claim it in the next 4 hours, I'm going to literally probably jump off a bridge. But hopefully they give me a little bit of time.
Good luck with that, sir.
It is what it is. Yeah. Lance Jackson says, Oni all day, baby. Art doesn't get better. Communities don't get better. So a lot of fun things happening in the NFT space. Buff is tying himself to the wagon of OniForce, and I think he really, really likes that project. So super, super excited about that.
It's a long-term hold for me. I don't care if they go to 20 ETH right now. I ain't selling. It's definitely something where I'm like, I just want, you know, it's got that vibe of just, you know, it's like I didn't get in on the apes, and I see that creative kind of community coming together, but I see Oni as even more of the artistic expression within the holders, and even though the old Buffalo can't draw a stick figure to save his life, to watch people do derivative art, it's pretty dope. So I'm in it for the win it.
Love it, man. All right, Rich is talking about the DB's floor going up over 1,800 minted there. Doubleday Blue is saying, did anybody join the WNBA queue? We actually have that queued up on the story list. I'm not queued up here at home, but there is a WNBA announcement, right, for NBA TopShot that we'll get to here in a second. So definitely get over into that queue. When you join at this point, you're probably going to be like 100,000th in line, so good luck. But we will move on to the next piece. This actually just dropped this morning. So I believe a couple hours ago, Aurory made the announcement on their planned 10,000 generative art piece drop. So this is going to go along with the game. Now, you don't need these to participate in the game. A bunch of people were upset because if you go into the announcement of the sale, and that's going to be on August 31st at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, I believe. Yep. So there are going to be 10,000 available here. It's going to be on Solana. Solana's the other conversation we're about to have. They're absolutely killing it. Star Atlas, Aurory now. But you do have to be on the Solana blockchain here to participate. The piece I want to talk about here is that they made it, I believe, 8 SOL. So 8 SOL for a purchase. I want to make sure I'm getting that right. But a lot of people were upset at the actual price, because if you set it at SOL, and SOL is going up rapidly here. I think it's up like 15% in the last 24 hours. It's actually going to be 5 SOL. So that is that's a ton of money. It's like almost $400, $500 for one piece here, which, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me get some math here. We have Ethereum almost at 3,300.07 has been general. So almost double what mint prices are on ETH right now. What do you think, Buff?
Yeah, man. Math is fun. You plus me equals us. I mean, hey, if it's worth it to you, if it means that much, go for it. You know, if SOL keeps climbing, your SOL ratio to your investment in that is probably going to be hard to get back. But that is the game we play with these, you know, whether it's ETH, SOL, or crackers, whatever you're investing in. I don't know.
Big cracker investor, Buff.
Ritz all the way, baby.
I've been getting a couple questions from people, you know, around the space about what my thoughts are on the other blockchains, right? The interoperable blockchains here, Polygon, Solana, Binance Smart Chain. Solana feels like they're getting there, right? Like they needed Star Atlas, I think, to be that like main game that drew a lot of people in, that quality, right? Not just I mean, they're a AAA studio. They're trying to attack it that way. You need some of that to say, oh wow, this is like long-term stability. So Solana actually has a lot of things going for it. Again, that Aurory drop is happening. A lot of that, or I believe 10 to 20% of that sale is actually going to go into the Aurory DAO as well. So you won't need it to play the game. There's just going to be some added things, I believe, added benefits, which is a great way to get involved in NFT games. You buy the gaming assets, they are going to be able to yield maybe Aurory tokens and things like this. But really, we only have the detail of there's 10,000 Aurory generative pieces here, 5 SOL each, and that is on the Solana blockchain. So good luck. But that led me to actually investigating the Solana piece. So Buff, if you could pull up that second link there, the other 2 links there on the Solana page on the dashboard, we have the Bold Badgers drop, which I think is happening right now, as well as Solana Art as a platform. So if you go to the left of that Aurory project, yeah, right there. So Bold Badgers, and this is going to be the OpenSea essentially of Solana, which is really, really interesting because if you can get involved in Solana, if you can get some funds there, you might have the opportunity, not investment advice here, to actually get involved. So were we able to pull that up?
Google is not being fun right now. Give me a sec here.
Oh no.
The website's not loading.
Yeah, so we've had some people get involved in, and I'm going to drop the link here in the chat, but we've had some people in LADZ City get involved on Binance Smart Chain, on Polygon, but I think Solana is building out a stable NFT ecosystem, and honestly, the token might be pumping because of that. Like, Sol token is absolutely going bananas right now, so.
Website's not popping up.
All right. There's a third link to the left of the Bold Badgers piece. Maybe that one pops up because it's just the basic marketplace. I'll drop it in chat now. All right, I'm going to touch on some comments here as we move in. It looks like Carrot is saying no one can use ETH because too many people are using ETH. Yeah, that's awesome. David is saying not really. ETH is so expensive because it's unable to handle the load with that few transactions already, while almost no one is using it. Carrot saying there will be options, layer one options like Solana and Avalanche, or things like Polygon or Arbitrum/Optimism. Yeah, Arbitrum/Optimism, we'll see. Again, we had that combo yesterday when that is coming. So, all right, we have the marketplace here right in front of us. So essentially you have the drops happening here on Solana Art, or Sola Art, however that's pronounced. But we have the Degen Ape Academy. We have a couple others. As you can see, the one at the bottom there is actually happening, I believe, in like the next 30 minutes, if not already going live here. But Bold Badgers is launching. So you get funds into this system. You can kind of get involved in these different ecosystems within Solana. No gas problems here that on this blockchain. So it's really just another opportunity that's going to be able to be used by those people out there. So yeah,
that's pretty interesting,
Bold
man.
Badger art.
Yeah, so these are all of the projects that have been launched on Solana so far as Gen Art.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and if you go into each one, Explore Marketplace, you can actually see they have the floor price set up, so they know kind of what people are looking for here as it relates to like trading the assets. So you see the price, you can view the token. I'm not sure exactly where the floor price is. I might be able to go along here with you. Let me see. But you'll be able to see all of the information in that OpenSea fashion. It's just on Solana. So Solana's getting the free shill here on the network, on NFT Live. You guys put together a solid project. Honestly, I can't necessarily say that Solana's pumping because they're building out this NFT marketplace, right? And these NFT systems with Star Atlas and all these generative pieces, but it helps, it helps. So that was all I had on Solana. Thank you guys for the comments. I think, scalability is something, even with the release of the batch transactions here with the latest ETH update, we're not seeing any light at the end of the tunnel there here in the next couple months. So I think that's an opportunity for a project like Solana. But okay, we are getting into the next piece. Aavegotchi. I will always love Aavegotchi for getting me into the Polygon ecosystem. They are in the process of Haunt 2, which is essentially, their NFT drop, right? That's their NFT drop timeline. Haunt 1 went really well, but there was a couple, people that, or I guess community members that complained that it happened too fast, and whales, were able to get in. So they introduced this bid to earn system, which I think is absolutely genius. Essentially, guys, there are, we just had the gas war comments here and about these drops on ETH. Well, the bid to earn system means you get paid if you get outbid. So even if you get outbid by a whale that has more money or, is able to get their maybe not transaction in ahead of you, but you can essentially earn Ghost if you get outbid. So say I want to, bid on some wearables on that platform, which I believe we can click into on that. Yep. So you can see live bids here. That's for an unopened portal. There's a Guy Fawkes mask, which is wearables, but there's a ton of different wearables to get involved in here within the Aavegotchi ecosystem. And if you bid and then get outbid, you actually earn Ghost, which people have earned up to almost, I believe, 5,000 ghost is at the top of that tweet that they put out. So really, Aavegotchi's killing it with the Haunt 2. Highest payout there, 5,000 ghosts. Number of bidders, 2,500. Just Aavegotchi doing Aavegotchi things, right? So they're going to continue being a great product. I don't know if there's a team that ships more than Aavegotchi, but definitely let us know comments in the house if you guys have any comments about Aavegotchi there. So, Buff, you got anything?
Shout out to Choina, man, running the Aavegotchi gang in LADZ City, one of our major guilds that has been popping off. If you really want to learn all about Aavegotchi, definitely head into the guild, the Aavegotchi guild, and meet our little Ladzian. What's it? Is it little Ladzy? Is that what we call him?
Little Ladsy, man.
Little Ladzy.
Yep. Little Ladsy. So, yeah, Aavegotchi's going to be continuously building. Congrats on the Haunt 2 success, guys. And hopefully the members of the Aavegotchi Lads guild there are able to kind of come away with some haunts, some haunt rewards there. So, all right, the last two pieces that I had really were Vogu's running a quick giveaway for their owners. So if you own a Vogu, which is a great piece here, you can actually get access if you're verified and get access to this exclusive giveaway for these owners. They're working with Clever Girls to actually do that piece. So shout out to Vogu for making that happen. If you do own a Vogu, we wanted to get you guys that information. All right. And the last but not least piece here for the NFT ecosystem is NBA TopShot adding WNBA. That speaks for itself, right? You're continuously building out your IP here on the Flow blockchain, and really, this is a big move for NBA TopShot. So that queue actually started. So if you want to get involved in the WNBA drops, that queue started, I believe, somewhere when we went live. So you can try to get involved there. Obviously, utilizing WNBA players instead of NBA players. And they're going to continue to grow there. So shout out to the NBA TopShot team. And that is, I believe about it. What's up, Buff?
I was going to say, shout out to my WNBA world champion, Seattle Storm. I worked a couple WNBA championship games back in the day in Key Arena. So, just want to shout out to the girls.
Jersey?
No jersey, but I definitely got to work with them a lot. And some of them were taller than me, which is,
hard.
Tough for a female to be taller than 6'8". But hey, if you're a center for a world championship basketball team, I think you're doing okay then.
My man. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. It is LADZ Day, so we do have LADZ City Radio after this. I'll let Buff talk on that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. I wasn't in LADZ City. I'll be in LADZ City next week for the NFT live piece here, and everything will run very smooth. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, or hearing about Robotos, hearing about the space. Buff, you got anything before we roll out of here?
Yeah, so yesterday we had Easy Street, and it was a very interesting Easy Street where we had ourselves a lot of rap battling. It was a cypher rap battle. I have never actually been a part of one. I was being pinged by everybody and the llama about, hey, you need to come on in, help out, because they could not get a bot to play the music. So we all DJ Buffalo had to come on in and lay down some beats. And we had ourselves a funny moment. Gosh, I wish I recorded it. It's one of those that goes down. In the end, I know, I wish. We had ourselves some amazing rappers, myself included, dropped a couple beats. I was laying it down. And even Rage Cage came in there for about 4.5 seconds to lay down a couple tasty licks. And then at one point, we had ourselves an epic rapper that was laying it down, and I was just playing all these little, sound bites. And as he was finishing it, I hit up him with a little bit of,
"So you got, bitch."
And then I hit it again.
So you got, bitch.
And he was like, "Who said that? Open your mic right now. Who said? Let's hear you do that." And so I hit him again with the, and again with the,
So you got, bitch.
and again with the.
So you got, bitch.
And he just didn't register to him that it was a sample, bro. And he got so ready to go, man. He was ready to throw down in LADZ City. And let me tell you, everybody who was there, it was the best moment. And he laughed once he realized that it was, it wasn't Louis. Oh, damn, man. It was something else. Some great rapping. If you have always wanted, it might have been DJ Savage is saying it might have been Louis on that one.
Oh my god!
Shout out to every one of you who felt brave enough to come on in. There were some females dropping some really tasty raps. It was all in Spanish. I couldn't understand half of it, but I just loved the vibe of it and just laying down some beats and giving a whole bunch of, you know.
That's all you got, bitch.
And then a little bit of. And then, of course, my favorite one. Anytime somebody dropped the mic at the end of their rap. So the Cypher battle happened in Easy Street yesterday here in LADZ City, and we were going to be trying to bring that back. I believe he's trying to bring one on Sunday evening. So if you guys want, if you're feeling it, man, come check it out. You don't have to rap if you don't want to, but it's literally everybody sitting there. They unmute, they start dropping whatever they got, and the next person drops. And I tell you, man, Easy can really hold the space well. If somebody has a hot mic, he starts rapping about hot mics and stuff, dude. So I loved it. I was very honored to be in there for that. And then I did a spontaneous little LADZ City Radio event where I blasted a bunch of music and hung out with a ton of people. And tonight, my man DJ Savage is taking over LADZ City Radio for LADZ Day. He has got some special treats for you guys. The man has been building an epic studio in his house, and him and his girl DJ Sia are going to be putting on a show. And if you guys know the legend of DJ Savage, this man is truly a savage. He will go and go and go and play and play and play and keep you guys vibing all night. So definitely tune in today at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as my man DJ Savage takes the reins on LADZ Day. Next Tuesday, your boy Buffalo here is going to be firing up LADZ City Radio. So we will now have it twice a week. And if you are a DJ or you somebody that has something to say, something to play, come on down, man. LADZ City's taking off, and LADZ City Radio, the goal with LADZ City Radio is to every day have it on, have music, have announcements, keep everybody informed as we grow, because it's really located deep in the heart of LADZ City, and it was the goal all along to have that thing going with DJs from all around the world, whether you're speaking English, Espanol, or Ladsanese, whatever it is, man, I'm all about it. So you just come on down to LADZ City Radio tonight at 6 p.m. And then next Tuesday will be around 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. Will be my first one on Tuesdays, man. So we're getting it going, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to give a quick shout out to Bitlectro as well. We have a big event with them tomorrow. I don't know if we can pull up the graphic or whatever from Twitter or we want to run the video, but we have an awesome little DJ party there as well. We have a whole event planned for the teams between LADZ City. We have Dizzy Dragons involved. We have Bitlectro. I think Gabe is in the house right now, actually. So want to give a quick shout out to those guys. Yeah, here is the awesome poster here for the monthly Metaverse Party Series. That is going to start at 5 p.m. I believe Pacific time. It looks 5 p.m. Pacific time. That is going to be tomorrow. So awesome times. I mean, this last party that they had that we were involved in but not co-hosting, I was telling Buff, hey, man, like there's a freaking amazing Crypto Voxels party being thrown right now. You have to get in. So it's really cool that now, Buff, you actually get to go in there and DJ it up yourself.
Oh, yeah. Me and DJ Savage will be there with Gabriel from Bitlectro, Dizzy Dragons, and we are bringing a lot of art, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to play, on the way out here, you guys are going to play the trailer from last month's, and tomorrow will be another one I'll be recording, so show up, be your best self. If you're, Crypto Vox was super easy, so we'll drop the link all through LADZ City, and we'll be recording it so you can be a part of the next one. So on the way out here, man, I'll play the recap of last month's, and we're going to keep that going, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely, man. All right, we are going to get up out of here. The fact that it was Louis C. Rhymes that was the actual guy makes that story like 10,000 times better, man. I would pay godly amount of money to see that, be there when it happened. You said everybody was cracking up. Yeah. So yeah, man. Great episode. You absolutely held it down while I couldn't share my screen and do all the cool things I can do when I'm back home. So thank you for holding it down, of course, in LADZ City while I make my little little travel around the country. But
there you go.
Anyways, man, yeah, NFT Live, this has been great. We do these 2 times a week, guys. Please like the video. It definitely helps us get the word out about what we're doing in LADZ City. If you're interested in what we're doing here, LADZ.city in your browser, and that should take you to our terminal. You can see, all the YouTubes, you can see Twitters, you can get all the information regarding to what we're doing here. Man, great times. I guess I'll roll it out here with our vibe, our tribe. Later, guys.
Take it easy.
The cyber hearts. The cyber hearts. ROBOTOS, all my chain, zero flesh, non-organic living form, modular, parts and ball. We love the bubbles. We love the bubbles. We love the bubbles. We love the bubbles. We love